Wait, my Labubu! It's worth more than the bag! Stop it! Take the bag!
I lost my green grape Labubu today at the Pearl in San Antonio. The last time I saw it was around 4 p.m. today, Monday, June 23rd. So if you've seen it, please let me know.
Labubus are no longer being sold in the UK, and here's the reason why. Because I was there for it, and I was part of it. I lined up from 2 a.m. and when we got inside of Westfield Stratford, all hell broke loose.
Today we're looking at one of the craziest stories I have seen in a while, and you guys, this Labubu obsession has gone way too far. A girl was leaving a K-pop concert with her friends when a group of men came out of nowhere. One of them pulled out a knife, but instead of going for her phone, her wallet, or anything else, all they wanted was her Labubu. Her friend even tried to hand over a Skullpanda collectible to calm things down, but they didn't care. It was only the Labubu they were after. She later posted about it on Reddit, calling it so sad and scary, but let's be honest, this is past scary. This is a life or death over a plush toy. And guys, this isn't some one-off incident. Basically, this is just one story in a whole wave of attacks, robberies, and chaos surrounding Labubus, and the deeper we get into it, the darker it gets, because at this point, it feels like it's only a matter of time before someone doesn't make it out alive. I want to begin by breaking down why people are losing their minds over these plushies, because if you don't get the money behind it, the chaos won't even make sense. For those who don't know, Labubu started as this quirky little art toy by Casing Lung. Kinda creepy cute, niche, nothing crazy. Then Pop Mart started putting them in blind boxes. TikTok grabbed it, and overnight it went from just another toy to a full-blown status symbol. We've got celebrities showing them off, even Meg the Stallion, who had 2 whole cases of Labubus from Klay Thompson. And just in case you guys missed it, here's the clip.
Okay, first one.
At first, they were going for around 20 bucks. You'd buy them for fun, maybe trade with friends. Now, regular ones flip for hundreds, and the rare editions, they're hitting 5 figures. So, y'all, people aren't lining up for these because they're cute. They're treating them like cash machines and clout badges. And when something this small is suddenly worth more than your rent, people stop caring about rules, lines, or anyone in their way, which is exactly why this trend turned into pure chaos. Second of all, we need to talk about how this started exploding in public. In the UK, the madness got so bad at one Pop Mart Labubu drop in Westfield Stratford that they had to literally shut the whole thing down. I mean, just look at these people lining up for them during a release.
No!
And y'all, the videos from that day, messy. Staff yelling, customers screaming, people shoving each other just to stay in line. One employee was even filmed getting physical with a shopper to stop the crowd from boiling over. Victoria Calvert, who was there just to browse, said that she walked out feeling like her safety was on the line, all because of a plush drop. And it's not just random shoppers. Love Island's Mal Nicole admitted that she got into a fight with another woman at London Pop Mart because the other girl was hoarding 4 Labubus, leaving nothing for anyone else. Basically, everyone is fighting everyone, staff, collectors, even celebrities. And guys, Reddit is flooded with even darker stories. Women saying that they've been followed, shoved, or cornered by gangs, sometimes full groups of men with bats and knives just for holding one of these after a concert or a restock. Not gonna lie, when a plushie is worth more than a paycheck and most of the buyers are young women, of course, they're the first ones being targeted. But this isn't where it ends. After this, it stopped being about chaotic drops and turned into something way scarier. Now, for the collectors who still want these, just owning them is starting to feel like a liability. On TikTok and Reddit, people are warning each other non-stop. Do not carry them in public. Do not show them off at concerts. And definitely do not post where you are keeping your collection. Because guys, at this point, flashing a Labubu is like hanging a sign on yourself that says, "Come rob me." Just like this woman says, she lost her Labubu on the streets while heading to La La Land Cafe.
Someone stole my Labubu off my purse yesterday. I only recently got my first Labubu like 2 weeks ago. And I went out and about, just shopping.
And this isn't paranoia. These thieves aren't random. They're watching, following, and waiting for the perfect moment. For example, in San Jose, one woman said her car was broken into outside of a shopping mall. And when she tried to stop the thieves, they shoved her to the ground. They didn't take her phone, they didn't take her purse, they only wanted the Labubus. Y'all, this is becoming the new normal. Thieves know exactly what they're after, and they're not scared to get physical for it. Some collectors are so worried now, they're literally locking their Labubus up and attaching GPS trackers just to keep them safe. On the other hand, there are still people bold enough to take them in broad daylight, cameras rolling, like they don't even care who sees. And speaking of cameras, now the thieves themselves are turning into viral content. A CCTV clip out of Singapore blew up after it showed a girl stealing a first-generation Labubu right off of a display shelf. Basically, we've reached the point where people don't even pretend these are toys anymore. Collectors are treating them like gold bars, locking them in glass cases, slapping on trackers. And honestly, guys, can you blame them? Basically, it's not just rare collectors getting hit anymore. One girl even filmed a video talking about how hers was taken straight from her backpack at school without her noticing.
On the last day of school, this girl comes up to me. Let's call her Celine. We were never friends, we were like acquaintances. I would wave to her in the halls when she was staring at me because I felt uncomfortable. And now she starts having a conversation with me. I'm like, okay, I can have a conversation with her. So I do. She's being really nice, and I happen to be wearing a crown. Hint, hint, that my friend gave me for one of her class crownings. And she's like, oh, Celine goes, can I wear it? I'm like, sure. I give it to her. I end up talking to another friend, 15 minutes. She's nowhere to be found. I can't find this girl. She comes back. Where's my crown? I lost it.
Even influencer Anisha Akhtar says that she was nearly robbed walking to work. She claims that a masked woman trailed her for blocks, stopping every single time Anisha stopped until Anisha spun around and confronted her. The woman finally backed off, but Anisha swears her eyes were locked on the Labubu hanging off of her bag the entire time. Here's the story she shared.
So it's a Wednesday morning and I just got off the train to get to work. I was walking and I felt someone behind me that were just walking so close to me. So I turn around and I look, and it's this female walking behind me. She's wearing a mask. And I'm like, no, she has been walking way too close to me for almost 3-4 minutes now. So I stop. She stops.
At this point, y'all, these aren't petty thefts anymore. People are stalking, planning, and waiting for their chance. And it's starting to make some collectors wonder if keeping these dolls is even worth it. Now, you guys, this is where things take a completely different turn. Some collectors, they're not just scared, they are convinced that these dolls are cursed. And some people are so freaked out they are literally burning their Labubus on TikTok, saying they feel cursed just by owning them. Some say it's just the chaos around them that's ruining their lives, but others swear there is something else, something not normal attached to these dolls. And what happens next might actually make you wonder if they're right. Let's get into the stories that are making people really believe the curse talk. One girl even says she woke up with a scar on her neck after sleeping next to her Labubu.
I had to throw my Labubu away.
Listen.
And that's what I did. Cut the show. Cut the mother go. Look at this.
Look at them all.
That's a dumb hickey. That is
How did
not
that get there?
scratch. My nails are not even that long or sharp for me to scratch myself. I took a nap, y'all, like an hour and a half nap right now. And I woke up and I literally looking at myself all day today in the mirror. I was like, oh, period, body tea. Like, that's how I've been all day today. And I was in the restroom right now and I was obviously looking at myself again when I woke up. And I noticed this, like, so that means I was looking at myself all day today. I would have noticed this,
Okay.
like, whatever this is.
Another video went viral of a young girl clutching her Labubu at church, crying because she heard they were demonic and begged a priest to bless it. She's even seen sprinkling water from a holy fountain on her Labubu's forehead. And then there's one everyone is talking about. A little girl swears her Labubu's eyes changed color one night, and the smile on its face literally got bigger.
What happened?
His eye just turned green.
What do you mean they turned green?
Oh, hell nah.
Don't throw it to me! What happened?
It just turned green and I was cleaning my room.
What do you mean it turned green?
It's his eye.
Like, what is actually going on? Of course, TikTok conspiracy theorists had to take it further. Some say Labubu was inspired by Pazuzu. Yeah, the same ancient demon spirit from Mesopotamian mythology that influenced the demon in The Exorcist. Others are pointing to this Simpsons episode where the family gets cursed by a creepy doll, saying it was predicting the Labubu chaos years before it blew up.
It's here! Maggie's first Pazuzu! Your father ordered this because... Why did you order this?
I thought it was pizza.
Most people think it's reaching, but y'all, when you stack up the fights, the thefts, the injuries, and now these bizarre incidents, you can kind of see why people think it's more than coincidence. And if you are still not convinced, even celebs don't want to be near these things. Y'all saw that Katy Perry clip, right? A fan tried to hand her a Labubu at a concert, and she didn't just refuse it, she smacked it away and kept moving. Now people are asking the obvious question: what do celebs know about these things that the rest of us don't? And if people burning their Labubus on TikTok wasn't wild enough, here's where things spiral even harder. Pop Mart had to start pulling Labubu drops from UK stores entirely because the crowds were too wild to control. The chaos was so bad, there are clips of the staff yelling at crowds in UK Pop Mart stores, trying to keep people from fighting. And in California, police were brought in to escort buyers after fights kept breaking out during restocks.
Getting arrested. Oh my god.
Even the police! Ah!
Now, online, people are basically warning each other, do not carry these in public, don't flex them at concerts, and definitely don't post where you keep your collection. Because right now, flashing a Labubu is basically daring someone to come after you. And the scarier this gets, the more valuable they become, which, as y'all know, means nobody is backing down. Lastly, here's the part nobody wants to admit out loud, but everyone's thinking it. If we are already seeing collectors getting stalked, shoved to the ground, their cars broken into, their homes targeted, and yes, a girl literally having a knife pulled on her outside a concert just for holding one, how much further can this really go? And it's not a stretch to think the next big headline won't be about someone who barely made it out. It could be about someone who doesn't make it out at all. And when that day comes, this obsession over a doll, something people once lined up for because it was cute, will turn into something much darker than anyone expected.